Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Mercury, the planet of intelligence, the planet of transaction, finances, banking, a very important planet that controls two of the Upche houses, the Gemini and Virgo, will move in Aquarius zodiac sign on the afternoon of 6th of March and will continue its movement in this zodiac, its transit in this zodiac till 24th of March. Now, definitely this is a very important transit because there is a conjunction of Buddha and Guru. It's a Jupiter-Mercury powerful conjunction. And just on the day when Mercury has entered the Aquarius zodiac sign, you will see that Sun and Jupiter are at almost same degree. Jupiter is deeply combust when Mercury enters the Kumbha Rashi. On the other hand, if you see that the 12th house of this conjunction, Mars and Venus are at same degree. For Buddha, the 12th house is the house of concern. Naturally, Buddha, Mercury becomes debilitated in the Kalpurusha's 12th house because Pisces rules the 12th house and Buddha is debilitated in that place. So wherever Mercury is placed, he is always concerned about the 12th house because it means loss of finances, loss of money. If Buddha is consciousness, 12th of Buddha is loss of consciousness. When Mars and Venus goes along with Saturn in the 12th house, it shows a delay in response to financial distress. On one hand, Jupiter sees combustion with Sun. On the other hand, the 12th house sees lethargy. You will love to sleep. You will dream. It's like a transit of daydreaming. You have to be very careful when Mercury goes out of control just because of this daydreaming. You will get a lot of ideas. You will get a lot of new concepts. But the power to execute that will be less. 12th house is also the house where you talk about sleeping because it rules the bed, it is the point where your consciousness is lost. And therefore, you will dream big, you will love to sleep. Procrastination can be a theme of this transit. So be careful not to delay any action beyond a certain threshold, otherwise you will only complain of financial distress, unnecessary problems. In spite of you not able to speak up, you should also decide that maybe this is the time when you are supposed to speak up. Don't think about your bad qualities, don't think about any inhibitions. Think, can you convey your message in a right way, in a right direction? Now, if you observe the day when Mercury will move in Aquarius, Moon will be in the sign of Aries, in Ashwini Nakshatra. That's third from Buddha. This is not at all negative, this is absolutely positive, but this talks about the worry related to loans, worry related to debts, disputes, financial disputes. So if you are facing any financial disputes in your firm, in your company, this is the time when you will have to take it proactively and clear it. Proactive actions should be the theme of this transit that you will take. Otherwise, the delays that this will cause will only create more and more hurdles. Remember, on 2nd of March, Jupiter will move into Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra. This means in order to get out of the problem, you will need out of the box solutions. You will need to gear up, you need to push yourself. On 15th of March, Sun will move out from Aquarius and will move to Pisces. Now Jupiter and Mercury will be together. This Guru Buddha Yoga is a very powerful yoga. It's a yoga of Gyan and Vigyan. It's a yoga of technology. So use technology in your day-to-day activity for a good purpose. But if you are spending more than necessary time on technological devices such as mobile, laptops, then you need to cut down, otherwise it can impact your brain wavelength, it can impact your thought process, and it can influence you negatively, and also it can impact your health. Liver related complaints can happen during this time. Digestion should be taken care of. Yoga and pranayam should be done on an everyday basis to control any health related issue. If you see Aquarius, the position of Aquarius is very unique. It is 9th from Gemini and 6th from Virgo. It is the Bhavad Bhavam of the Kal Purush 6th house, because 6th house is ruled by Virgo, and if you go 6 places away from Virgo, you will reach Aquarius. That means Aquarius is the area which gives you the abundance that will take away all the problems, misery, hurdles, disputes, loans, financial distress. Buddha and Guru have the power to give you the same strength that will take away your miseries, take away your sorrow. But your proactive action is very much necessary, because Buddha will find Guru combust. That means you may think more about Buddha than Brihaspati, than Jupiter. And Jupiter is the wisdom. That means maybe you will have more and more money coming into picture. Transactions will increase. Day-to-day sales can increase, but the savings will not increase. So what should you do in this time? Well, if you get any surplus amount of money, if you earn something good, or if you plan to take some initiative in your business, in your career, that will fetch you the money. Some part of that money should be used and consumed to pay off the debts, to clear off the financial problems, or save for your retirement, save for a long-term financial goal. That's what Aquarius is all about. 12th house means when your consciousness will be less, old age. So this is the time when you should plan about your old age. Doesn't matter what age you are in and you're watching this video, plan for a long term. Long-term financial planning will actually give you a good life and a peaceful sleep. Now, Purva Bhadrapad nakshatra of Jupiter is transcendental nakshatra. This nakshatra gives Guru the power to live a very spiritual life. A kind of life where this Guru gives the knowledge to others. So when Buddha and Jupiter comes into picture, this means you will have to display the knowledge. This will impact people who are in journalism, media, who are influencers, who are writers, authors, who are into advertising, digital marketing, because this will give you the power of words. This will give you the power to speak the truth. And when you will speak the truth, you will spread the light. So whoever will speak negative in this time frame will suffer from the Mercury transit. The more you speak negative, the more you talk bad about yourself or others, the more you believe that you are in a bad time, the more trouble this transit can give you. And the more happy you will be, the more good your life will be. Why? Because Gemini is the house of communication and Aquarius is the dharma of Gemini. Because Aquarius falls 9th from Gemini. That means when Mercury goes in, Buddha goes in this house and meets Guru, you are supposed to talk about dharma. You are supposed to talk what you should talk. That's why I said, lose your inhibitions. Maybe this is the time when you will have to frame the sentence, plan and speak up for your dignity, speak up for your rights, speak up for what you deserve, but in a dharmic way, in a way that is good, in a way that is justified, in a way that is humble, respected, not affected by any agenda or ideology, but just a communication. It can be a communication between you and your father. It can be a communication between a husband and a wife. It can be a communication between a boss and the employees. And it can be a communication between a government and the public. It can be communication between a Bhakt and a Bhagwan. Surrender will be the theme of this transit, especially because Shani will be in Dhanishta Nakshatra, and the moment Mercury enters Aquarius, it will enter into Dhanishta Nakshatra. Also, if you observe the movement of Mars and Venus as Mercury progresses out of Aquarius zodiac sign, Buddha will leave the Aquarius zodiac sign through Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra, and the time when Buddha will be leaving this Kumbh Rashi on 24th of March, Venus will be very close to Saturn. There will be a very tight conjunction between Shani, Shukra, Mangal, Saturn, Venus and Mars. That means the realization that this transit will give you. Initially, it was making you fall asleep. Initially, it was giving you lethargy. But soon you will realize the importance of action in life, the importance of you taking the lead, you being in charge of your own future, own goals. This is a very good time to aspire. This is a very good time to aim for a high goal, this is a very good time to assess your financial plan for this full year. This is also a very good time for people who are looking for a job change, because Aquarius is the house of abundance, source of income. You should pray to Ma Mahalakshmi and chant Vishnu Sahasranam for greater benefits. Also, you should pray to your own Guru Mantra if you have taken the Diksha, if you are initiated. But if you are unaware of all these things, then just pray to Bhagwan Ganesh. Chanting Om Gam Ganapate Namah, or simple Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 108 times per day during this transit of Budh will expand your consciousness. And it will improve, it will fulfill the prarabdha of Virgo. Why? Because for Virgo, Aquarius is its prarabdha. 6th house is called one of the biggest Upchaya house. It is the roles and responsibilities. Now, the bigger the role you take, the greater will be the impact on your source of income. The more loans you have, the greater will be the impact on your capacity to give money to somebody else. Someone who earns $100 but has a loan or EMI of $90 will be left with $10, and he will have zero money to actually give to others. And somebody who is having a role, who is trying to expand continuously, who is diligently working and crossing all the hurdles and willing to expand, will also see expansion of his income. Therefore, his abundance will increase. And that is why Virgo and Aquarius are tightly knitted in anybody's horoscope. Go and watch in your zodiac sign, in your horoscope, where Virgo is placed. You will see that you will be fulfilling duties related to that zodiac sign, whereas you will see abundance coming from Gemini, because Gemini will fulfill the dharma and Virgo will fulfill the prarabdha. So through Gemini, your Virgo will be, the problems related to Virgo will be satisfied. It will be solved. That means Gemini, Virgo, moon sign and ascendant natives are going to be affected maximum during this Mercury transit in Aquarius. Also, for Aquarius ascendant, it is going to be a brilliant transit for you, because Jupiter rules your financial houses. It will talk about investment, it will talk about business growth, it's talking about speculative gains. Whereas if you talk about Aries and Scorpio ascendant, the ascendant ruled by Mars, you will see that for you, financial security will be the theme of this transit. So instead of spending money, you should try to save money, because the more money you will save, the more secured and happy you will become. And for Taurus and Libra ascendant or moon sign, who are Venusian moon sign, you will see that you will be worried about your partner's financial security. You will be worried about the products that you want to buy. Maybe you want to expand. This will also make you, you will have this feeling to buy some good product. Suddenly you will want to buy product of whatever area of the world you live. Someone would want to buy mobile phone, someone would want to buy a MacBook, someone would want to buy a camera. Suddenly this feeling of consumerism will increase for Venusian ascendants and moon sign. You need to watch out that you should not spend unnecessary money. But the one thing is that it can also act as a propeller. It can push you, because now if you want camera, say I'm just taking an example, if you want a camera and there is a financial target that you will set, and if you know where you stand and how much efforts you need to put so that you can earn good money and you can buy that camera, this will tell you how to rise financially in your life. Ascendants ruled by Saturn and Jupiter will find a balanced movement with this motion of Mercury. A part of your money should be saved, a part should be invested, a part should be spent. You will feel, especially the Jupiterian zodiac sign, will actually feel the presence of Buddha more. That means you will be more conscious, you will be more aware. This awareness is good. Just ensure that you are not too sensitive about the energies, and if you feel that you are too sensitive, then you should chant Ganesh Kavach. And then coming to the luminaries, the Cancer and Leo. If you talk about Cancer, then Aquarius will rule the 8th house, whereas for Leo, Aquarius will rule the 7th house. In this case, it's more connected about business related income, taxation, investment, inheritance. You will be more concerned about your own future. So it can just create a thought process about your retirement, about the money that you have invested. Suppose you want to create an asset, so what is your plan? So if you want to grow financially, grow your assets, plan in a way that your investment increases. For the Jupiterian zodiac Pisces, if you see, Aquarius rules 12th house, and for you Mercury rules 4th and 7th. So definitely it talks more about leisure travel. You can plan a leisure travel with your spouse, or business related travel can happen, but this also means that unnecessary expense can happen, expense that you have not anticipated. So it's better that you save some amount of money aside so that you are ready for that expense. It can impact your subconscious mind through technology. So what should you do when you are asleep? Just let some mantra chanting run in the background in a YouTube so that your subconscious mind gets a positive feed rather than the negative feed. Go for subtle messages. See the words between the lines, because that is where you will be able to catch the right and the wrong, especially if you believe in somebody and if you're trusting somebody with your money, with your feelings, emotions. You just need to read between the lines, and you will be able to pick out whether that person is trying to cheat you or that's a genuine response. And for Capricorn ascendant, I will say that too many things happening on your ascendant, but Mercury going in the second house will give you relief. It will give you help from the family members, especially the young. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you are above 40, try to focus more on the young generation. Try to see what the young generation, try to connect with them. And if you have young employees, if you're 50 plus and you have young employees in the team, in your if you have employed them like interns, try to take care of them. See if you can get a good idea out of the young generation. Reading books and delivering speeches will be a theme of this transit. Gather the information and save money. So this was the Mercury transit analysis in the sign of Aquarius. I hope you like this video, and if you like, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and stay connected. For consultations, please drop me an email, and for Instagram and Telegram, lot more stuff are coming and planned on those platforms, also on Facebook. All the links are in the description box below. We'll meet in the next video. But wait, coming to a final remedy. Buddha in Aquarius is power to give. So what should you do? You should help poor children get educated. Go for small donations, whatever you want, and chant Ganesh Kavach for protection. Chanting Shri Suktam will also help in a great way. Visit Mahalakshmi temple and Ma will bless all of us. Thank you. I appreciate your time. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet. Namaste.